You estimate would be the chance of survival for these?
Oh, well, some of them have very good chances if there is enough food and enough drug. But without enough food and enough drug, the chances are just bad. So I could say that some of them have chance of about, say, 50-50.
I see. And these are people who come from hiding, come from the bush.
Oh, yes. Some of them have been in hiding for quite a long time. You know, when the Nigerian soldiers come in there and they know that they will be killed, so they just run into the bush. They stay there for quite a long time, nothing for them to eat. And so they develop this kwashiorkor, which is malnutrition. And then they come out so sickly. And then they are brought down here, and we have to see all what we can do to help them and treat them.
I see. And there's no question of surrendering for these people, despite...
Oh, no. That doesn't come into question at all. Because we know that surrendering means death. It means torture. It means death. It means something worse than this. That doesn't come into question at all. We are not thinking about it. And may I ask, will you actually advise us to surrender?
I'm asking questions.
I see. No, that doesn't come into question at all. We don't think about it. We know what it means. It just means death for us all. No, we are not going to surrender.
Do you think the world is slow in understanding what's
Very, very slow indeed. In fact, I was so surprised that the world could be so slow in thinking. I never knew that man could be like this. I had always thought that man is a reasonable, understanding creature that feels the woes, the troubles of others. But I didn't know that man, especially those who are in power, those who rule, that they could be so wicked and so hardened that they cannot just feel the trouble, the woes of others, and that they could just determine to starve a whole people and to kill a whole people. No, the world is so slow in understanding.
Sister, how often have you had experiences like this?
About 6 times in all in the last 2 months.
I see. Now, how many did come in today after the last
13 in all. 6 patients, and 2 have died, and the rest came in dead.
I see. How many dead all told?
7.
7 died. This hospital, has it been bombed?
Not directly, no. It is about the only hospital, I think, that has escaped so far.
The only hospital in Biafra?
I think so, as far as I know, yes.
I see. I understand that some persons got killed at another hospital today.
Yes, today in an inquiry. 1 patient was killed and 1 nursing sister was injured. There are 1,500 patients in that hospital.
You've had the planes over here often?
Oh, near almost every day, yes.
What kind of effect does that have on the patients here?
They all run for bush, and it's very sad to see those confined to bed with tractions. They cannot move, you know.
How long have you been in Africa, sister?
11 years in all.
What do you think of this whole situation?
I think it's just terrible, terrible now. There's so many innocent people, so many civilians being killed. It is tragic, really.
Are you thinking of your own safety in case something should happen here?
No, never.
What will you do if the other side breaks through?
We plan to stay behind, but we cannot say. It all depends on what happens when they come. To date, the sisters have gone ahead, but now our area is so small, it is very hard. We probably will stay behind.
You have seen so much misery. Do you think that these people in Biafra will give up?
Never, they say they will never give up. They say they will fight to the last man.
A lot of people here, much of the staff are Biafrans.
All Biafrans, except just 3 Irish sisters.
I see. What is their view?
They all seem to think if they give up, that they will be killed anyway. And they give up. They want to die fighting if necessary.
And you'll stay with them?
We'd stay with them, yes. This is our life.
Biafra is at the moment experiencing jungle justice, which is the justice of might is right. Because we're under an economic blockade, we're under a propaganda blockade, we're under a diplomatic blockade. Nobody sees what we are suffering, nobody hears what we are suffering, and as a result of that, the wrong story is presented to the world. We are not heard, and therefore we cannot be judged except on the basis of the lies being told about us. When we have been able to overcome this jungle justice and we are heard, then we will then get the civilized justice, because our case will be brought into the open. And once a case is in the open, you cannot play tricks. We are now victims of blackmail because we are being suppressed, we are being muzzled.
But you still fight on.
We fight on. Oh yes, Biafra fights on.